Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. Sad day. Here it is, May 11th, 2025, and we just found out about the passing of Sabu. I decided once I got home, I would throw on the biggest Sabu match that honestly I could think of as a wrestling fan that I cared about, and that would be Vengeance 2006. It would be John Cena going up against Sabu. At this point in WWE, it is honestly, as a wrestling fan at the time, I can remember being very, very excited about the ECW brand. I really just was hoping that the power of ECW would take off yet once again. I didn't realize that Vince was planning on bringing back ECW to become what NXT became years later down the road. Not the game show with the rookies coming up out of Deep South, but it would be ECW. But the plan was within a year or two to pretty much milk all that he could out of the ECW brand of the past, with bringing back guys like Balls Mahoney, Just Incredible, Sabu. Rob Van Dam was a main guy on the roster, but they brought back, Tommy Dreamer, I think, was still with the company. But, they brought back as many guys as they could. The ECW pay-per-view the year before did gangbuster numbers. They did another one-night stand where basically they used Mick Foley and Terry Funk as the main event guys to push that over, and that one did good as well. But at the same time, they were launching ECW on Sci-Fi. They had John Cena lose his WWF championship in the main event. Of course, Edge was involved in that match. So Edge ends up becoming the number one contender at this Vengeance. So it's Edge versus Rob Van Dam for the WWE Championship. Of course, Van Dam would hold the ECW title. Vengeance took place in June of 2006. I think it's the 4th of July edition of ECW when Van Dam has to drop the title because him and Sabu actually get pulled over in Ohio and they're busted for marijuana, which is a weird thing to think about in the world of wrestling in 2025, where basically weed is 100% legal almost in the whole entire country. There are a few states that hold a fast, like, they still don't want having legal weed there. I think Florida is one of those states, if I am 100% right. But California, you have to go get a card or this, that, and the other. But this is a weird time. Basically, WWE was looking to revive and pump life into Monday Night Raw. They bring back DX, who I think is the main event of this Vengeance 2006 show. They have a match against the Spirit Squad, 5-on-2, main eventing this show. They have Randy Orton versus Kurt Angle as the opener. They've got John Cena versus Sabu. They've got Ric Flair versus Mick Foley. They've got Rob Van Dam versus Edge. Yet they believe that the Spirit Squad, led by Dolph Ziggler, there's a guy that's a producer for WWE. It was like Lenny Dykstra. No, Kenny Dykstra, I think is what his name was. If I can remember right. But I don't know. I really don't know what they're doing. I think they're using Cena to get the ECW guys over. They're all kind of surrounding the ring right now. From guys that I didn't name, Al Snow is out there. What's that Amish? The Roadkill the Amish guy that's out there that used to team with Danny Doring. But, WWE is bringing guys out there. Is this a Lumberjack match? And I don't remember it. We've got Cade and Murdoch were the biggest names that I can see right there. Viscera. Shoot. There Stinsky is out there. The Conway. Rob Conway. What's the teacher's name? Gosh darn it. This is like a blast from the past right there of I don't want to call him the J word, but lower card dudes out there. You got the guy from the FBI out there surrounding the ring. I don't know what's going to happen here. Tommy Dreamer's out there, but Stevie Richards is there. Val Venus. But John Cena is about to come out, and I really want to hear if in 2006, if the wrestling world has turned on him. We know that when he went to the match against Van Dam, it was like one of the first times that they really, really turned on him. Was that because they were in ECW land at the time, and everybody wanted Rob Van Dam to win it. Here we go. I'll tell you the truth, if it's not mic'd up right or what the hell's going on. It seems like nobody cares about John right now, and I don't know when his last match with, but you can tell that his right eye is straight black eye. Somebody popped him. At this point, there were the rumors about him and Mickey James and Kenny Dykstra from the Spirit Squad. Maybe I'm off by a little bit. If there's a little bit of like a Macho Man versus Hulk Hogan rumor from WrestleMania 9. But you've got the Raw guys and you've got the ECW guys doing a face-off, and John's about to walk right through them. I don't think that any of these Raw guys, Caden Murdoch, Val Venus, I don't think any of these guys are John's friends. So I don't really understand why. Oh, Sabu attacks him. So Sabu attacks John right out of the gate. Kicking him, hitting him down in the ring. But weird time in WWE. I can remember that I was watching Raw at this point. 2006, I didn't have a lot going on in my life. I was working for Rayleigh's. I was working in the meat department. I know I was tape trading. I'm sure that as I was watching this, I was burning DVDs in my living room and driving them to the post office and mailing them out at like 2 a.m. So I didn't have to talk to anybody, because at that point I felt like the walls were caving in. And every single time the post office people talked to me, I felt like they knew what I was doing. I can honestly tell you that I don't know when the digital cable boxes died. We used to call them the black box back in the day. But at this point, I know I had a satellite dish hooked up at my condo. That one of the guys I worked with gave me a business card of a friend of a friend. The guy came over, he installed the dish. The dish did not have dish service, but if you went on the internet and you typed in a code that was normally like 20 digits long, everything would work. Everything. And there would be time periods when stuff didn't work, but you just had to go online and wait for the page to refresh, and it always worked up until the point where I think we were moving to here in 2008, and I just didn't bring the dish with me. I left it there. I don't really have a good reason why. But Sabu's got the advantage. He's wearing Cena down in the ring. I guess that this is just a lumberjack match because the guys are all still surrounding the ring. I don't remember when I put this on. I don't even remember the highlights that I was watching today on my lunch before I made my Sabu video. I don't remember those guys all being out there. I don't know if they all get thrown out of the ring or anything like that. But King and JR are really portraying this as like a war. They're really going for the WWE guys. As I was getting set up and getting ready, I was watching the Randy Orton versus Kurt Angle match that kicked off the show before fast forwarding it to find this match. And they were, booing the ECW guys, saying that they were invading and trying to take over. They're really pro the Monday Night Raw guys. I couldn't tell. I don't know who's on SmackDown at this time at all, but it just seems like it's Raw versus ECW. I know that when ECW first launched, I'm not sure if it's on the first episode or if it's on the Raw before it to get people to tune in. I know that Vince gave Paul Heyman, the leader of the ECW brand, 2 draft picks to sort of build their brand. They selected Rob Van Dam. He was the WWE champion as well as the ECW champion at this time. So I don't remember Van Dam ever winning the ECW title. I think Heyman just gives it to him on the first edition for being the WWE. And I thought that honestly at that point that, Cena just got it. Cena took the advantage from Sabu. So we're about to get in business now. All right. 5-knuckle shuffle right out of the gate. But no, Raw guys and ECW guys are fighting. Somebody just took a tumble out of the ring right there. And Cena looks like he's going on the outs. He's going right after Stevie Richards. I don't know why he feels like he needs to get Stevie out, but he just threw him into the crowd with an AA. Sabu comes with the chair, knocking him out. I think I just lost what I was talking about. Oh! You look into the crowd, you see a lot of DX stuff going on. All right. Dreamer is setting up Cena onto a table with Sandman choking him with the Singapore cane. And it looks like Sabu's ready to fly. He's gonna hit the ropes. He's gonna jump off a chair. No! I don't even know how Cena got up. He had 2 guys holding him down, but somehow he got the Singapore cane. And he just hit Sabu in the head with the cane. Now he hit him in the head, just throwing a chair. I think this match, honestly, is to get over the ECW guys. But I think they're trying to show a different side of John. That he's not just a hush puppy good boy. That he can get down with no disqualification matches and things like that. He's not always going to do the right thing. We got Sabu set up for the AA, but it looks like Sabu's starting to kick, starting to get out of there. No, he's gonna go the table to the outside. That Cena was and he didn't even get it. He hit like the corner of the side. Son of a. Sabu really does look like he's broken in half right there. There's a lot of matches where it looks like Sabu dies, like he just got killed, but he did not hit that table right. John, whoa! STFU right there in the middle of the ring. There was a time that, Cena used to choke out all the guys. And Sabu's tapping out. Cena wins the match here. I really thought that this match was going to be bigger and better than this. I know that if you go back to the one night stand, Ray is the champion, and Sabu and Ray have a ECW hardcore style match. They take a big bump to the outside and they stop the match. Sabu really can't stand up on the outside. Who's that guy with the red, white, and blue trunks out there, kind of standing next to the Viscera? I'm not saying I need to do a deep dive on 2006, but there's some guys in the ring that I really can't name as of right now. Sabu is having a lot of trouble getting up the ramp. It looks like he wants to. Cena still doing the Marine gimmick basically at that time. He's wearing jorts. It doesn't look like he's wearing the camouflage pants that he went through. I didn't see him when he first came out. He was wearing the Marine style hat that he was wearing for a while. But he kind of, like, when he dropped the rapper gimmick, that's what he kind of picked up, was the Marine, because he made that movie at the time. But shoot, that was one hell of a... Sabu's throwing a chair at Cena and it just sticks right onto his head. The biggest spot of the night is, gosh, Sabu hit the table, but he didn't hit the middle of the table. He didn't hit the corner, a quarter of the table. He hit right on the corner. There was probably a good spot where it looked like Sabu wasn't going to hit the table. But John gets the win. He's thanking all of the lower card Monday Night Raw guys. Doing it the Conway is out there. I can see him, Big Vis. I always loved Jim. Shoot, I had their names when I first saw them. I need to see them one more time. But that's it. I mean, that match wasn't as great as I thought it was. That's not really what I remembered. But Sabu versus John Cena happened. Vengeance, 2006.